We're going to start off with a little pranayama exercise to clear our minds. And this one is actually one of my favorites. So we're going to go ahead and take both of our hands. We're going to put our thumbs kind of over our ears and just allow your fingertips to rest on the back of your head. And you're going to take a deep breath in. And when you exhale, just let out a hum. And release those hands when you're finished. And just take a few deep breaths, feeling that air fill up your bellies. And just take a few moments to breathe and focus on your breath. And center yourself for the rest of your practice. Begin to bring a little movement to your bodies. Maybe doing a few small movements just to loosen up a little bit, especially if you haven't been moving much today. We're going to go ahead and we're going to bring our left arm up. We're going to allow our right elbow to fall to the right side of our mat if we can. We're just going to do a little side stretch here, reaching in the left fingertips, looking up if we can, breathing with relaxed bellies. And we're going to slowly make our way back up and release that arm. Maybe move the shoulders around a little bit. And we're going to move to the other side once more, bringing that right arm up, stretching it over, and bringing that left elbow down to the floor and reaching. And slowly come up and release and move around. Alrighty. Now we're going to go ahead and stretch our legs out in front of us. Maybe rolling the ankles around a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and bend our right knee, connecting our foot with the mat. And we're twisting our bodies and bringing our left arm over to this side of the knee. And we can have our elbow bent like this with our hand up, or we can have it completely down, whatever's comfortable. And just go ahead and look over that right shoulder with relaxed bellies, just feeling this twist. And slowly releasing. And we're going to switch, bringing the right leg to be flat on the mat, bending the left knee. And we're going to take our right arm, bringing it over to that left side, and twisting, looking over that left shoulder. And slowly releasing. We're going to go ahead and bend our knees, connecting the feet to be flat on the mat. We're going to scooch our heels as close to our butts as possible. And we're just going to allow our knees to fall out to the sides, connecting the soles of the feet. Do not add any extra pressure on your knees right now. Just allow them to naturally fall open. And again, with relaxed bellies, we're just going to take a few deep breaths. And we're going to go ahead and hinge at our hips, and we're going to forward fold, trying to connect our belly with our feet if we can. And reaching forward if we want to. And slowly making our way up when it's comfortable. And just stretching those legs out a little bit if we need to. And for this next one, we're just going to have our knees bent a little. We can grab onto our thighs if that's easier for us. We're just going to rock back a little and try to balance here with our feet off the ground, using our cores. And you can straighten those legs a little bit more. And if this is where you are today, that's perfectly fine. Or if you're just working on your balance, that's also fine. Or you can go ahead and straighten those legs completely. And slowly lowering down, straightening those legs out in front of us. And we're just going to hinge at our hips and forward fold here. Try to grab your feet if you can, or connect your nose to your knee if possible. Always remembering to breathe through our poses. We're going to slowly come up and make our way to our hands and knees, taking our time, stacking the hands to be directly under the shoulders and knees right under the hips. Looking forward, being strong in this pose. And we're just going to tuck the toes and bring the sitting bones to the sky to a nice downward dog. Shortening our stance if that's easier on our shoulders. Bicycle the feet a little bit to stretch out those calves. And we're going to go ahead and take our right hand, and we're going to connect it with our left ankle. And if you need to shorten your stance to be more comfortable, please do so. We're just going to grab that ankle and feel that stretch in those legs. Right hand with left ankle. And slowly releasing and switching, connecting the left hand with the right ankle. Trying to keep our knees as straight as possible. And coming back to that regular downward dog. We're just going to slowly walk our feet to our hands into a forward fold. And if you can reach your hands all the way to the floor, try to step on your fingertips a little. We're going to slowly, with our arms forward and up, come up to standing. We're going to allow those arms to go back into a slight back bend, only if it's comfortable. And straighten out, release. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and do my favorite heart opening arm stretch. We're going to inhale and airplane the arms, shining the chest forward. And exhale, bring it in, curving the back. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, bringing it in. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, open up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And release. And shake it out a little bit, maybe giving yourself some hugs. And we're going to go ahead and move into Sun Salutation C. And as always, go at your own pace, please. We're going to stand at the front of our mats with our feet stacked right under our hips and our palms facing forward, our shoulders relaxed, our crown reaching towards the sky. We're going to inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step your right foot back into a lunge. Looking forward. And exhale, bring it back to downward dog. Inhale, rock your body forward into plank. And slowly lower it down. Exhale. Hands right under the shoulders. We're going to inhale up to cobra. And tuck those toes and exhale to downward dog. Take a couple breaths here. And we're going to lift our right leg, bending the knee behind us, opening the hips. And we're going to swing it forward into that lunge. Inhale. And exhale, bring it to forward fold. Inhale, arms forward and up. Bring those hands to prayer and exhale down to heart center. And bring those hands down to the sides. And now for the other leg. Once again, with our feet right under our hips, palms facing forward. We're going to inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the left foot back to that lunge. And exhale to downward dog. We're going to inhale, rocking our bodies forward into plank. And exhale, slowly lowering down. And bringing it up, inhaling to cobra. And tucking the toes, exhaling to downward dog. Once again, bring that left leg up, bending the knee behind us, opening the hips. And swing that leg forward into that lunge, and inhaling. And exhale to forward fold. And inhale, arms forward and up. Hands at prayer, and exhaling to heart center. And bringing those hands down to the sides. Shake out your legs if you need to. We're going to do a nice shoulder opening stretch here. So just interlace your fingers behind your back. And we're just going to forward fold, allowing our shoulders to naturally fall. Don't put too much pressure. Come up and shake those arms out. Alrighty. I'm going to give y'all a few options for this next one. So just to gain our balance, we're going to go ahead and we're balancing on our left leg right now. We're going to bring our right toes to the other side just to balance here. Maybe lifting the toes a little bit to get used to that. And if this is where we are today and that's it, that's perfectly fine. but we're also going to go ahead, and if you can, we're going to bend the knee a little more. Try to lift those toes off the mat just a little more. And if you can, just go ahead and lay that right ankle across that left knee and bend that left knee. Bring those hands to prayer. And if you fall out of this pose, it's perfectly fine. Just try to get back in, or just try that balancing exercise. Using our core to help us stay balanced. And we're going to step this right leg behind us into Warrior One. Just about half a leg's length. Bringing those arms up, our hips squared forward. Engaging every part of our body here, our core, our arms. You should see your toes poking over that left knee. And we're going to go ahead and slowly try to balance ourselves on that left leg. And if this is where we are today, that's perfectly fine. But we're going to also move into half moon pose if you can. So we're just going to bring that left hand down to the mat to be in alignment with that foot. We're going to raise that right leg. And our arms should be in a complete straight line here. And if you can, look up at those right fingertips. Again, if you fall out, it's completely fine. Progress is progress. And we're going to slowly come back down to that Warrior One. Maybe do a little back bend here if it feels good to us. And we're just going to step those feet up to the front of our mat and shake those ankles out a little bit. Alrighty, and now we're going to balance on our right leg, connecting our left toes to that side of the foot. Again, trying to gain our balance. Lifting the toes up a little bit if we can. Taking our time. Or just go ahead and get right into it, laying that left ankle across the right knee, bending the right knee, hands at prayer. Again, using our cores. Our feet are grounded. And try to hold this as long as you can with me. And we're going to step that left foot back into, again, half a leg's length, bending the right knee, squaring the hips, raising those arms forward and up, engaging our bodies. And for half moon pose, it's pretty good for your Warrior One to be a little towards the back of your mat, because obviously we're going to reach forward. I keep getting too close to the front. All right. And once more, we're just going to slowly shift our weight to that right leg. And if this is it for us, again, that is fine. But if we can, we're going to go ahead and reach forward, trying to connect that right hand with the mat, bringing that left leg up, bringing that right arm up, looking over those left fingertips if we can. And slowly coming back down to that Warrior One. Remembering to breathe. And just stepping those feet forward and shaking it out. Now we're going to move into Sun Salutation B. I always like to do 2 sun salutations with my yoga classes because I like to get the heart going. I like, some energy really flowing through the body, and sun salutations are perfect for that. If you don't have a lot of time for your yoga practice sometimes, even just doing 2 to 3 sun salutations will really feel good for your body for the rest of the day. So I highly suggest it. You can find those kinds of flows literally on Instagram, Google, wherever. It's very easy. And the more you practice, the more you can memorize it. So we're going to go ahead, starting at the front of our mats, we're going to connect our big toes and leave our heels apart. We're going to inhale, sweep those hands, sit back into a chair, using our core to help us stay balanced here. Inhale, and exhale to forward fold. Inhale, flatten your back. And exhale, completely fold. Let's go ahead and step our feet back into a plank position. And exhale, lower it down. Inhale, flip those feet over, upward dog. And tuck those toes and bring it back to downward dog. We're going to swing that right leg forward into a lunge. Coming up, bringing those arms up to be parallel. Inhale. And exhale, bring it down to a plank. Lowering down and flipping those feet over. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale to downward dog. And swing that left leg forward into the lunge. Bringing those arms up. Inhale. And exhale down to plank. Lower it down. And inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Alrighty, and we can just walk our feet forward, or we can jump ourselves up to our hands into a forward fold. Once again, connecting those toes. We're going to inhale, coming up to that chair. Bring those hands to prayer. And just straighten those knees out. Bring those palms to the heart center. And bringing those hands down to the sides. Maybe shaking it out. And this next one is a really great balance pose. It's one of my favorites. It takes a little practice, but I'm going to give you all a few options. So we're going to all start by bending our right knee, just bringing it in, trying to balance on that left leg. And we're just going to focus on this right now. If this is all you can do, if you're having issues with this, we're just going to work on that right now. You can also go ahead and grab your big toe with your peace fingers and just kind of do this, work on this. Or you can go ahead and extend your leg out to be straight. And try to bring it off to the side here. Again, it's completely okay if you fall over. We're just going to get right back up into it and practice. Looking over our left shoulder if we can. All right, and bring it down. Some legs are going to be better than others. Now for the other one, we're going to balance on our right leg, so we're bringing that left knee up. Just feeling this here. Or you can just get right into it if you already know what you're doing. Grabbing that big toe with the peace fingers. Getting comfortable with this. Put your right hand on your right hip. That makes things a little easier. And we're going to straighten that leg out. And bring her out to the side. And coming down, shaking it out. And we're going to move into our last forward folding downward dog. So let's go ahead. Arms forward and up. And forward fold. And let's walk those feet back into that downward dog, whatever's comfortable. Reaching the energy of our heels into our mats with straight knees if we can. And we're going to swing our right leg forward, and we're going to bend that knee. And we can have it in a more triangle position, but we're going to straighten that left leg behind us with the tops of our feet on the mat. So we can be in a more triangle position in our right knee, or we can straighten it out a little more so that that lower leg is parallel with the short side of the mat. And this is a really awesome stretch, especially if you're trying to do some splits and be better at your splits. This is one of the most perfect exercises for that. And we're just going to forward fold, reaching our arms forward, connecting our third eye with the mat if we can. And when we're ready, we're just going to slowly make our way up. We're going to slowly, connecting our hands with the mat, we're going to bring this right leg back onto our hands and knees. And tuck those toes into our downward dog. This is absolutely 100% our last one. And again, swinging that left leg forward this time, bending that knee to whatever's comfortable, straightening our right leg behind us. And we're going to go ahead and forward fold here, trying to reach our arms forward if we can. And slowly making our way up. Being patient with our bodies. Making our way to bringing that left leg behind. And that tabletop. And we can have our knees together or apart, whatever's comfortable. And we're just going to sit back into a comfortable child's pose. Reaching our arms forward. Stretching out that lower back and connecting the third eye with the mat. Let's go ahead and thread our left arm under our right armpit. Connecting that left side of our head to the mats. Just for a nice little twist in our spine. And slowly bringing that left arm out and doing the other side, threading the right arm under the left armpit. And slowly making our way up. Sit back on those heels for a minute. Let's go ahead and make our way to seated. This is our last pose for the day. It's one of my favorite seated poses. We're just going to bend our left knee and kind of have it in almost like a triangle position. Bend our right knee and stack it right on top of that triangle. Connecting those feet to either side. And watch my hands. I know that it's mirrored, but I'm gonna still listen. I'm gonna say that the right palm should be facing behind. The left palm should be faced forward. Again, right palm facing behind, left palm facing forward. We're gonna bend our elbows and we're gonna connect our hands behind our backs if we can, but that's not the main thing that we're trying to do here. We're just trying to connect the energy of our fingertips together. We should be straight and looking forward. You should not be looking down. If you're trying too hard to connect your hands, you might be looking down right now. And again, just so you guys can see, right hand behind, left facing forward, and bending the elbows and connecting. Allow your belly to be relaxed here and just breathe, allowing the energy to flow. If it's too much on your shoulders, please release your arms. And just release those hands. Maybe move the back around a little bit, moving that torso, releasing any tension. And just release those legs slowly. Maybe rolling the ankles a little bit. And we're gonna switch, bending the right knee under this time into our little triangle, and our left knee, triangle right on top. And again, but we're gonna switch palms this time. We're gonna do the left palm behind, the right palm facing forward, bending those elbows and connecting the energy of our fingertips. Again, we should be facing forward, our crown reaching towards the sky, and our chest open. And again, if we need to see that again, left palm behind, right palm facing forward, bending the elbows, connecting the energy of our fingertips behind. And slowly releasing those hands, releasing those legs, stretching them out a little bit, doing some comfortable movements for the body. And just go ahead and do a couple stretches that might feel good to you before we move into Shavasana. You can go ahead and lay flat on your back and just do some nice little stretches. Maybe tuck your knees into your chest. Maybe extend your leg up. Whatever feels good to you, just move around and do what feels nice for your body. If you're not really a super mindful person, this is a great way to get in touch with your body and be more mindful, because it's really important to know what's going on in your body and listening to it and the way you feel. And this is a great way to do it, just thinking like, what do I need right now? And doing those nice little movements and stretches and releasing some tension and energy blockages makes a big difference. And just go ahead and move into your Shavasana, laying flat on your mat. You can extend your arms to be up. I'm going to be seated, but you guys can go ahead and lay down. You can do a little mudra if you like to. One of my favorite mudras, which is for contentment, is just connecting the middle finger with the thumb. You can just lay those palms out. So yeah, just get comfortable, lay flat on your back, and allow gravity to just pull you in, and just allow yourself to be clear of thoughts for even a few minutes. And if you fall out of it, fall out of focus, that's perfectly fine. We all do it, it's just practice. And an easy way to stay with your meditation is with breath work, just staying in touch with your breath. And just go ahead and take this time and be peaceful in the moment with yourselves. Being the calm in the storm. No matter how chaotic things get, there's always a peace within us that we can find and come back to. If you happen to have any intrusive judging thoughts about yourself or others, just remind yourself, let's be kind, let's be patient with ourselves. If you didn't get that balance pose as perfect as you wanted today, we can always work on it, and we'll always progress. And you will find that as time goes on and you continue your yoga practice, you will see how more balanced you are, not only physically, but mentally, and your body just moves so much better, and you become so mindful of the way you feel. And that is incredibly important, and a lot of people don't even think about that or realize that, but it's incredibly important to know what's going on in your body and in your mind. Please, as always, try to continue your Shavasana for 5 minutes more, maybe 10 minutes more. But yeah, it's always good to meditate. It's always good to clear your mind and be mindful. So thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. It is my absolute pleasure to bring authentic yoga to your home. Thank you so much, and namaste.